So, Sebastian, where are we and what's that at the back?
We are here in Switzerland in the headquarters of Janssen in
Janssen,
Oberried.
Oberried.
Exactly.
We see some Alps close by.
Yeah, not far
and,
away.
That freeform beast, what's that?
That's our free facade system called FISCube.
FISCube.
Yeah.
Tell about it.
Yeah, it's a structurally glazed system, based on our standard system FISSG. And the development behind this facade is that we developed special nodes which enable us to form a free form, a free shape of the envelope with the standardized system.
When I look at it, it's really quite free form. It's really weird and wild shaped.
Yeah.
So how did you solve it? What did you need to make this possible? I see standard stick systems and then there's something.
Exactly. So most of the development went into the shape of the node and especially into the interface between the printed node, in this case, and the standardized profile. Yeah? So we had to develop a connection detail which enabled us to connect the standard profiles into any shape of node.
Standard profile, 3D printed node. We see a 3D printed node. Quite a complex geometry, so solving the complexity of the geometry not in the standard system but in the 3D printed component. Okay.
And especially without any visible connection details. That was one of the principles that we tried to follow, is that there are no connection details visible.
Mm-hmm. And what happens here? I see some extra parts here. So this is the standard gaskets, and then I see some extra parts here. What's happening there?
Yeah, also, we have in our system, we have standardized gaskets. The problem is in the nodes, since there are various planes meeting, not necessarily in one point, we could not continue with the standardized gaskets. Yeah? So we had to develop a special shape, a customized shape for the gasket as well, on top of the node, which in this case also had to be printed to compensate for this planar complexity in the node.
So when I look at this geometry, 6 glass plates, different angles appearing, I see standard gasket coming to this point, cut it then rectangular, and then the inner part.
Exactly. Here, that's the cutting point, and then we glue the inner part, the node gasket, to the standardized.
I see. And this is where drainage works.
Yeah.
This is an SG system, so we see the fixing for the structural glass in here.
Glazing block.
Glazing block. Yeah.
A fixing toggle, exactly, like in our standard system.
And then it's in the end, typical for structural glazing, sealed with silicone.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, thanks, man. This is a cool project.
Thank you.
Let's see that we get it correctly visible. Thanks.
Thanks a lot.